Hi, guys. Hi. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful here in Italy. And we're going to talk about spiritual journeys with Nikki Cornfield. So, hi, Nikki. How are you?
Hi, good to see everybody.
Good stuff. I hear it's really hot in Australia where you are. Is that
Yeah,
right?
37 degrees, and we're not even in summer. So yeah, I'm not used to being so sticky, and even at night, it's quite late now, and it's still anyway, good.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
complain.
amazing because I was talking about just one of our Emerald members, and she was saying that she was in feet of snow. So it's
Yeah,
from feet of snow to here, beautiful in Italy, to really hot in Australia. It's amazing how we're all connected, yet we have so different areas where we are. So that's
yeah.
quite interesting.
It's sometimes it's easy to forget that people are in the opposite, in the opposite seasons. I forget, and I suddenly see a picture of somebody wrapped up in woolies, and I'm going, huh?
I know. Absolutely. That's totally right. Okay, so we're going to be talking about spiritual journey. And I understand that you're actually writing a book about some of your experiences. So would you like to share with some of our viewers what your experiences are?
I would. I was always a gifted writer as a child. I was always creating stories and talking too much in the classroom, and just always wanting to explore and have adventures. I was always the one that was missing link at home. We went on holiday, I would disappear. My brother would always stay close to my parents. So I was always this adventurer, this free spirit as a child. And I was encouraged to go and do journalism at school,
Mm-hmm.
but a big part of inside, I just knew when it wanted to travel, there was a journey to do first. And I always wanted to get paid to see the world. I didn't know how I was going to do that until I watched, I don't know if people remember Wish You Were Here, the holiday program. I would avidly watch that each week and knew that I wanted to be like Judith Chalmers and travel the world. So looking through a careers book in the library when I was young, I saw a picture of an air hostess and knew that that was the way I was going to do it. And so, cut a long story short, I did end up getting to that point, but not until I was 26. And so I had this journey to explore, first of all, before I eventually went back to the writing. And something was pulling at me and tugging at me to write my story. My mum kept saying to me, what, you've had such a colorful life. When are you going to write your story? And so it came to a point when I had a crisis of identity a couple of years ago where I really felt like I'd lost myself. I'd been traveling around the world with my family, taken a back seat to my husband's career in order to look after the family. And really, suddenly that was not okay. I didn't know who I was anymore. I'd felt I'd lost a sense of home. So I turned to writing as a tool for healing. I was literally put into a retreat situation living in the Adelaide Hills. We were renovating a house, and I was just staring at four walls all day and pretty much crying a lot of the time. And yeah, I got this beautiful outlook, and I was in this gorgeous part of the world, but terribly lost and homesick, and really didn't know who I was anymore. And so the writing for me, writing my life stories, came about through an old friend in the Netherlands who introduced me to a Write Your Life Stories workshop. And so started the story of really going backwards to my childhood and connecting back to who I was. And I realized that I'd had this sense of being guided since a child, and I'd always known what to do and what was going to come next. And I was very much, yeah, it was almost like I had a protective cloak around me the whole time, and I was just helped along the way. And this was very evident when I started writing my book, when I started connecting the dots together and thought, wow, I've actually had a very spiritual journey, but not some big awakening, just always this sense of somebody was looking over me, that I was being guided, that I knew what to do, and that I was on a path to find something. And so at the same time as starting to write this book, I also met a health guru in Adelaide, who for me, it was like a floodlight had been suddenly, illuminated. Like if you think about a football pitch being illuminated, that's the experience I had meeting him. And it was, I realized that actually I was a healer at heart as well. And I'd followed this wellness journey. I'd had a diagnosis of digestive disorder when I was 26. And I was actually here to help other people, not only through my own journey through the book, but also through, my own healing experience with wellness and through the writing. So it kind of all came together in this beautiful package. I wouldn't call package is probably the wrong word, but it was a profound experience. And then I started to do research. I started to look at Mind Valley Academy and really look inside. I was given this opportunity to actually really retreat and go inside. And it was a very lonely experience, but the transformation that came from it was amazing. So I feel like I'm here to help other people through my own story, difficult as it's been, and obviously understanding my own identity and my children's from writing. I didn't know who we were as a family in Adelaide at all, because we were not in an expat environment anymore. We were very lost and had lost all our sense of home completely. So it's been a healing, a transformation experience writing it. That alone would be enough for me. And if I can help anybody through my own experiences, that will be the icing on the cake, really.
That sounds really good. I mean, what's your book called?
Well, I was hoping that a name would come, and I realized it wasn't going to come until it was finished. And I probably could add a few more chapters, but suddenly I knew it needed to be vision, because I studied iridology. So I realized that the old ancient healing tools of iridology, the window into the soul, into the body, emotionally and physically, had to be in the title somewhere, because that's the tools that I use when I meet someone for the first time and try and help and see what's going on inside. So then I suddenly thought insight, because I'd had such an insightful life. I'd always looked inside and felt something. So that's the name that's there at the moment, but it may well change, because I'm quite open to just something else just coming in when it's ready, and I'll receive it if I need to.
Great. Well, we're really looking forward to hearing more when you've actually published it. We're going to obviously publish the link to it so that people can find out more about it, which would be brilliant. So thank you so much for this. This is it's a really great sort of
thank you.
Interesting thing about different people's stories and spiritual journeys. Superb. Okay, well, thank you so much, Nikki. Really appreciated that.
Thank you for your time. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.